Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the best website builders in 2024 for your membership website. What are some of the key things that you've got to understand so you make the right choice? Got a load of insight, been building websites for clients for a number of years. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. So in this video, we're going to be talking about some of the best website builder options for you connected to building a membership website in 2024. Now, there is what I call buckets here, and the two main buckets that you've got to consider is, are you going to go down the SaaS route, software as a service, or are you going to look at WordPress, which really runs at between 43 to 45% of all websites on the internet? So that's your choice. WordPress, you've got more control, you've got more digital control over your content. It generally is a little bit cheaper and you've got a lot more options and flexibility. On the other side, it's a teeny bit more complicated to set up. Now with SaaS, easier to initially set up in some ways, but you have a lot less control. They're the main two differences. Now let's look at SaaS first of all. And there's a number of solutions out there between, I would say there's about a dozen to 20 solutions out there, but in reality, I think there's only really half a dozen that are really that you should really look at. And out of those half a dozen, I really think there's between 2 to 4 clear leaders, but you can subdivide those four into two separate categories, which I'm going to do quickly. The two generalistic really for building membership websites on SaaS platforms, the two leaders are Kajabi and Podia. Kajabi is the kind of Rolls Royce of all these solutions, very powerful, very feature rich, quite depending on your experience, can be reasonably complicated to set up. Podia is the value option, has not got all the bells and whistles of Kajabi, easier to set up. On the lower plans, I would not go with the lower plans with Podio because they seem very attractive, but they take a percentage of what you charge your students monthly. That's not a great idea. Go for the middle plan with Podia. It's still really good value, and you don't pay a percentage of every student subscription fee every month or yearly. That's definitely do that. I was a bit disappointed in Podio when they went down this route, but the software itself is pretty feature rich and is the easiest route to go, but it cannot compare with the power of Kajabi. Now, there's a subset of SaaS, and that's if you want to build a more community focus. What I mean by that, if you want to build, have the membership, but have areas like Facebook groups and a forum, you want to combine some of the features of Facebook with a forum structure. There's two main players in the SaaS world that gives you this kind of functionality with the membership, but it's a bit more complicated to set up than something like Kajabi or Podia. And that's Mighty Networks and Circle. They're the two main competitors in the SaaS world that can offer that kind of functionality. I really don't think there's much between Mighty Networks and Circle. It's really if the one that has a certain feature you're looking for, or the price point, and the interface. you're going to have to look at both of them. I really don't think there's a clear winner between those two. So that's the world of SaaS. Now, if we look in the world of WordPress, there's really three main options, and they're very similar, the options to the world of SaaS. The two main to build a really effective membership course-based business on WordPress are Lifter LMS and LearnDash. They've both been around quite a while. They are really feature rich. In one package, you get a lot more with Lifter LMS because you can do the subscription, the purchase, the setup, the course, just utilizing Lifter LMS. With LearnDash, you get a lot of functionality, but if you want to sell the subscriptions, you either have to buy another plugin from them, or you have to go to a third party and buy a membership plugin that will allow you to sell the subscriptions with LearnDash. It's an extra step. That functionality, with the purchase of an add-on, which is around about $120 in Lifter LMS, you can get all that. You can sell subscription. So you get a lot with the free plugin, and then you really only have to purchase an add-on for $120 a year, and you can sell the subscription. And it's a really easy setup, easier than LearnDash, really. The other option, which to build these Facebook forum solutions on WordPress, is BuddyBoss. BuddyBoss gives you that functionality. If you want to do the membership, you really need to get Lifter LMS or LearnDash to work with BuddyBoss, and BuddyBoss adds the forum, the discussion area, similar to Facebook groups. They're the options. There is another part of this, is that you're going to need a page builder to build the pages and build the pages that Lifter LMS or LearnDash or BuddyBoss uses to some extent. There is what is called native Gutenberg. I wouldn't utilize that. That is inbuilt into WordPress. Gutenberg, I wouldn't use the native because it can be a little bit confusing for people, but there is a third-party solution that utilizes the power of Gutenberg, but makes it much more easier to build a site out, and that's called Cadence WP. It's really fantastic. It utilizes all the power of Gutenberg, but it makes the whole process a lot more easier to do, in my opinion. So definitely look at that. There are a couple other solutions. There's Elementor. That doesn't use Gutenberg, and it can slow a website down, especially on mobile. So that's a consideration. There's Divi, very popular, but I think it also has performance problems as well. There's a number of other third-party page builders that uses the core Gutenberg, like Cadence WP, but of those, I think Cadence is the easiest to utilize. So in this video, I've given you a very broad layout, but to emphasize, you really got two choices. Either you go down the SaaS route, software as a service, and in my opinion, if you don't need the community forum side, there's only two really players that I would recommend, and that's Kajabi or Podio. If you're looking for the flexibility, digital ownership, and like I say, it's running almost 45% of the internet, and there's a reason for that, look at WordPress, and really your choices are either Lifter LMS or LearnDash with Kajabi WP. And I think you're going to be really happy with that choice. Hopefully that you found this video really useful. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really shows YouTube that I'm doing something right, and I would be really thankful. I'm always making these videos every week to help you build a great membership business for yourself and your family. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.